Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Sue from Aurora Community Church Early Childhood. I'm so glad that you're here with me this morning. I wish I could see your beautiful faces, but it makes my heart glad just to know that you're here with me and we can worship Jesus together. We're going to start like we usually do by singing some awesome songs. It's so fun to hear the music and to learn the words and to do the motions. Mom and Dad, I hope you will come in and join your preschooler as we worship Jesus through singing. And then we're going to sit back down and we're going to listen to an exciting story, exciting true story from the Bible. And you remember what our theme is for this month? I Spy. So get your pretend binoculars ready so you can see what you can spy in the story today, okay? All right, let's stand up and get ready to sing. Wow, you guys are getting a lot faster about standing up. That's awesome. Okay, are you ready? You ready to sing? Mom and Dad, you ready? Okay, let's worship.
In the beginning, God made everything. In the beginning, God made everything. Sing it out. On day one, God made the night and day. On day two, God made the sky and sea. On day three, God made the land and trees. On day four, the sun and the moon and the stars. Day five, the fish and the birds that flew. On day six, the animals and people too. On day seven, that was the day that he rested. And then God said, it was all good. It was all good. It was all good. All good. In the beginning, God made everything. Yeah, in the beginning, God made everything. Sing it out. On day one, God made the night and day. On day two, God made the sky and sea. On day three, God made the land and trees. On day four, the sun and the moon and the stars. Day five, the fish and the birds that flew. On day six, the animals and people
Just follow me through. Hoo, hoo.
Follow me through, follow me through, who? Ollie's got a Bible story for me and you.
I spy with my little eye. Our friends! Stormy Jane, it's our friends. They're here for a story. Hi, friends. I'm Carrie the dog walker, and this is my best dog, Stormy Jane. Are you ready to play a little Bible story I Spy? Well, great. All month long, we have been talking about our good friend Jesus. Do you see our good friend Jesus? Get out your pretend binoculars and look with me. Ready? I spy with my little eye our good friend, Jesus. Jesus is God's son, and he came to teach us how to love others and to be our friend forever. Jesus is alive, and we can believe in him. But not everyone believes Jesus is alive. One of those people was a man named Paul. Hey, let's find Paul. You ready? I spy with my little eye, Paul. Paul grew up believing that you had to follow a lot of rules if you loved God. I mean, a lot of rules. Paul heard people saying that Jesus was teaching a brand new rule. Not a lot of rules, just one rule. And Jesus' one rule was, love each other the way I love you. Because Jesus is God's son, they followed him and did what he said. Well, this made Paul very angry. Paul wanted people to follow all of the other rules. He did not want people following Jesus. Do you know what Paul did? He started being mean to people who followed Jesus. Let's see if we can find Paul with his mean face. Look with me. I spy with my little eye Paul with a mean face. Then one day, when Paul was on his way to be mean to more people for following Jesus, he saw a bright light and heard someone talking to him. Who do you think was talking to Paul? It was Jesus. And Jesus asked Paul why he was doing mean things. Then he told him to go to a house and wait. After Paul saw the bright light, he couldn't see anything, but he did what Jesus told him to do. Someone had to help him find the house. Do you see a house? Look with me. I spy with my little eye a house. Some of Jesus' friends came to the house to help Paul. They helped Paul because Jesus had taught them the new rule. Love each other the way Jesus loves you. After a few days, Paul could see again. Do you think Paul believed in Jesus now? He sure did. Angry Paul, who was mean to people, became happy Paul, who loved people and believed in Jesus. Everyone can believe in Jesus. And when we believe in Jesus, we love people the way Jesus loves us. Oh, hey, Ollie. Ollie, tell me, who can believe in Jesus?
I can believe in Jesus. Yes, it's true. Now let's hear it from you. Tell me, who can believe in Jesus?
I can believe in Jesus. That's the truth, friends. You better believe it. See you next time. Bye.
Wow, what an awesome story. And what do we know about that story? That's right, it's a true story. And how do we know it's a true story? Can you say it a little louder? That's right, it's from the Bible. It isn't just a made-up story to entertain us. It's a true story so we can learn more about Jesus and believe in him. Do you know, though, boys and girls, that there are lots of people in our world who don't yet know about Jesus and don't yet believe in him? They might even be some people in your family, or they might be your neighbors or friends of yours or somebody from your school. We heard a story today, didn't we, about a man who didn't believe in Jesus. In fact, he was very angry with the people around him who did believe in Jesus, and he tried to hurt them. His name was Saul. And he was on his way to a new city where he wanted to get some people who were worshiping Jesus arrested. But on the way, something amazing happened. Do you remember what it was? That's right. There was a bright light, so bright that it blinded him. And then he heard a voice from that light, didn't he? Who do you think was talking to Saul? Yes, Jesus. Remember, Jesus can do awesome things that you and I can't do. You and I can't make a bright light and talk to people through it, but Jesus can, and he did to Saul. And Jesus had something very special that he wanted Saul to do. First of all, he wanted him to know Jesus and believe in him. And then Jesus wanted him to help other people know and believe in Jesus. He wanted Saul to love other people like Jesus loved him. And you know what, boys and girls? That's exactly what Jesus wants you and me to do. First of all, he wants us to know him and to believe in him and to love him. And then he wants us to love other people just like he loves us. It could be even just your brothers and sisters or your friends. Even grown-up people need to be loved like Jesus loves them. So it could be moms and dads. I want you to think of somebody right now that you will try really hard this week to love like Jesus loves you. Now, you might not know for sure how to do that. So let me just tell you, it just means that you're going to be very kind to them. You won't say any mean things to them. You'll help them. You'll pray for them. You'll be with them. So would you think of somebody, one of those people we named, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your grandma, somebody that you will try this week to love like Jesus loves you. Will you do that? Awesome. That's great. I'm so glad. Well, let's see if we can remember our memory verse for this month. Who can tell me what the very first word is? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, somebody remembers. What is it? These. That's correct. The first word is these. And remember that seems kind of a funny word to start with, but what it's talking about is these words and these stories in the Bible. So we're only going to say these, but that's what it means, these stories and these words in the Bible. So are you ready? All right, let's get our hands ready. Okay. These are written that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God. John 20:31. Good job. And remember that John 20:31 is kind of like the address for this verse. That's where that verse lives in the Bible, in the book of John, chapter 20, verse 31. Okay, let's see if we can say it again and say it a little bit louder this time. You ready? Here we go. These are written that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God. John 20:31. Very good. Great job. Well, boys and girls, it's just about time for us to say goodbye again today. But before we go, I want you to think again about that person that you thought of in your mind that you want to try this week to love like Jesus loves you. Remember, you're going to just be kind to them, be thoughtful to them, help them, not say anything unkind to them. And you're going to show them love like Jesus loves you. So I want you to think of them, and then when I count to 3, I want you to say those names out loud, all together, all at the same time. We're going to say the name of the person. You might just say Grandma, or you might say John, or you might, whoever it is that you're going to love, but we're going to say it real loud together, okay? I'm going to count to 3. 1. And you know, I want to see if you can say it, and this is probably really hard, but I live a long ways from you. It would be so awesome if you could say it so loud that I could maybe almost hear you from my house. You think you can do that? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I think I almost heard you. That's great. I'm going to be praying for you all week that Jesus will help you remember and help you love somebody special like Jesus loves you. Okay? All right, boys and girls, it's time to go. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye. See you next week.